Okay, so question to the men out there with a whole bunch of kids, with a whole bunch of different baby mamas, and you with none of them, and you still are talking about body count, especially talking about body count when it comes down to women like me with no kids and no STDs. So okay, I was talking to like an ex dude of mine who I used to deal with a long time ago, and we were talking. We still good friends, but he was just simply saying how I don't know what he was saying. I post, bikini or revealing pictures online. So, he likes women. He likes chastity. He wants women just to be not doing a lot and all of that shit. And this is my whole thing about that. He sounded absolutely stupid. Okay, because what I didn't say is you got three different kids and literally three different baby mamas. Like, I help me to understand the thoughts. Okay, so y'all are always talking about how our past and shit like that, that factors into who we are and our decisions. As long as I have had and done some stupid things, and man, I done fell for Ashy African, all kind of shit. I ain't always been the smartest in my dating, when I was a lot, okay? But I was smart enough not to get pregnant by none of them. So that makes me automatically smarter than you. My decision making is so much better than yours. The fact that you have chosen not one, not two, but three different women to impregnate. So let's talk about the process of impregnation. You have to make the choice to ejaculate inside of somebody's box. So the whole thing quite literally can't happen until your decision to splack eye cow in somebody's box. You have to literally make the decision. I don't care how good it is. I don't care what she did. The point is, you did it. That's your fault. I don't care if I'm saying, make me a baby, give me a baby, give me a baby. It doesn't happen without your literal deposit. Okay? So it's all your fault. So, and then of course the woman has to decide whether or not to have the kid. That's ultimately there. Two people decide to do unprotected. You decide to ejaculate. And she decides whether to have a kid. So it's like this dual thing going on. Okay, so my whole thing is, if you've made the poor decision, you can't choose women very well at all. Number one, you don't know how to not ejaculate. Your pull-out game is terrible. This is what we can know about you. Okay? Your pull-out game is awful. Your decision-making is awful. You chose three women who you all got something who you're not with. I don't care what happens. See, because y'all never care what happens with us. If we not with somebody, somehow it's all our fault, our decision making. Okay, cool. If we're going to take that, you got to take this. You decided to have to bump and grind with three women who you are not with. You don't know how to make a relationship work. You don't know how to choose correctly. So a woman with a 1,000 bodies is still smarter than you. Because after all them bodies, she managed not to tie her life to not one person who she didn't want to tie her life to. That, for me, is like the best decision making ever. You know what I'm saying? So it's no way that you're better. It's crazy to me how y'all think that y'all are better or smarter. You're actually the most important decisions that you ever going to make is if you do decide to have kids, is who you going to have kids with. The most important decision in life is even more important than who you marry. It's more important than who you have sex with. It's more important than who you date. It's more important than who you go into business with, because we have a human being in the middle. That's the most important decision that you're going to make. And you did a terrible job at making all of them decisions 3 times. You didn't get it right. You didn't learn anything. You did a terrible job. You're single, 3 kids, 3 baby mamas, and you are talking about a bikini picture. You should not be concerned about what anybody's body is posted online, baby. You need to be concerned about doing better with your decision making. Y'all talk about what you can judge off of a woman's body count, what you can judge off of what a woman's past. Well, guess what? If I wanted to tell you I was a virgin, I could be telling the truth. I don't have any children. None of the men I've ever met would make good dads. Well, maybe they would, but I don't know. I don't even want kids. But I'm just saying, I was smart enough not to get knocked up by him. So this is just a message to the women out there. If you are with a dude, I don't care if you want to go back and forth with him all day long. If you ain't had no baby by him, you winning. Stop having these dudes kids. But I don't want to get on that. So a real question though. How do men with several baby mamas have the nerve to just question the decision making the morals, the intelligence, the wisdom of a woman with no kids. I don't care if she's an OnlyFans model. She ain't got knocked up by any of them. I don't care if she's like you. It's no way you're somehow smarter in this regard. Maybe you may be better at math, maybe better at building boats, but as far as decision making on who to tie your life to, which is the most important decision than anything else, it is more important than business. It is more important than career choices. You can switch careers quickly, but you can't switch off a life unless you're some kind of, Casey Anthony or something like that, So I feel like out of all the decisions that can be made in life, who you decide to procreate with is the number one, and you failed miserably at several of them. But you're talking about a woman with no kids, about her decision making because of whatever her body count is. Number one, let's just talk about body count. In real life, nobody's ever asked me this because it's just so dumb. Number one, the person that's dumb, the man that's dumb enough to ask is the same one dumb enough to believe whatever she say. Stupid people. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I've been asked this. This is really a social media question. But it's just funny how we see that. And like a lot of dudes talking about it, like talking about that, but you have multiple baby mamas and you were terrible at relationships. You're not good at relationships. If you could make it work with 3 different people, you're not smart in this regard. So I'm automatically smarter than you, and I'm automatically make better decisions. I have better genital management than you 100%. You can't argue that. You cannot. You can try to bring up other irrelevant factors, but the bottom line is you're terrible at relationships and choices. Why don't you get a vasectomy or something? Why don't you start wearing condoms after the first one? The first one, okay, but you had 3 chances, 4 chances, 5 chances, and you still stupid. And you still trying to raw dog me. You ain't learned. I don't even want kids. Bad choice. It's a bad choice to ejaculate inside somebody who don't even want your damn kids. You already still ain't learning. You talk about women need to do the work and learn and choose better, do better. Are you doing better? You got 18 baby mamas and still trying to raw dog. So how are you smarter? I'm trying to see where's the growth. You see that silence? That's all I'm gonna hear. Anyway, I want to know what y'all think about this, and for the men out there who fit this category. I know my delivery is not delicate. I don't feel like being delicate. But if you can answer the question on how your decisions on who you want to procreate with have been awful 7 times, and you're concerned about a body count of a woman with no kids and no STDs, and along that line you got 10, 12 claps, how are you smarter or better or more valuable in the market, or like how? Help me understand. Let me know. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's in the description.